Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Happy Woo Woo Wednesday at our amended scheduled time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Here we are. No eye makeup today because it is hair washing day, and I cannot wait. I have some like leave-in stuff that I put in on, I guess it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. And I meant to rinse it out yesterday, but I decided to go hang out with a friend, have some lunch, all that fun stuff instead. So, yes, we are going to be rinsing that out soon. How is everybody? Check on in. Let us know that you're here. Yes, today we are going to be doing a free collective reading and then taking care of any donations that come in. Let's start ourselves out right. Clear the fun energy and the negative energy and all the interference energy that likes to get involved anytime we're speaking truth. I love these ones so much. This is just the bag they gave me at the store for like the single 10-cent single incense sticks. And this is the scent Rain. I'm not sure the brand or who makes it. But all of that aside, my kind of current like obsession for incense, especially downstairs, like in my main living area, is just the Satya brand or Satya. I never know how to pronounce that. Brand Dragon's Blood. Satya brand, and then it's Dragon's Blood, which you can easily order on Amazon or find it in pretty much any kind of place that would sell incense. You can usually find that type. But yes, let's set the intention to clear the energy. We got my fan going, so the flames dancing a little bit here. I'm gonna have to, well, we might be okay. Just let it do what it's gonna do. I think we're good. Okay. Oh, smells so good. And I love when the incense actually, when it's burning, smells the way it does when it's not. I love that because I have some that it just smells like smoke in the air. And I'm like, why? Why? And I actually have been using these, like I'll light it up with my lighter, and then like this one, you can see I'm like trying to get my lighter in there. I'm like, it's not working. And I'm just trying to burn like a lot of my older candles. I'm just trying to burn them to either be able to recycle or trash or reuse the jar in some way. And I think this is a cute little jar to put like fresh flowers or something. But I'm about halfway through, well, less than halfway through, but to try to use my lighter, it's like burning I can't get my hand in there. So I like to light this and then just light it that way and then just blow that out, save it for a rainy day. But yeah, that's what's been working for me for that. Share my little tips and tricks. Yeah, let's see if anyone is commenting in the chat. If I can I like to try to get it right over the wooden thing. Okay, there we go. Check on in, say hi, let us know that you're here if you feel so inclined. I'm trying to think of anything else, any housekeeping, any announcements, anything like that. Not that I know of. Yeah, tomorrow we have Wrigley's music program. It's not going to interfere with our Friday live stream or anything. So yeah, we should be good to go. And yes, we did discuss on the last live stream. It's just occurring to me now, kind of toward the end of the last live stream, which was Friday, which was a donation only live stream, that we would be doing a pick a card. I said that for Wednesday, and then I did not follow through on that. I'm just now realizing that. So, oh, my neighbor, like way over there, is like out on their balcony. I've never seen that person outside. Wow. I'm gonna make myself a little note. Friday, but I like to have at least the cards dealt and then have them on the thumbnail so you can see them before. But if I don't, because I have so much other stuff going on this week, that if I don't get that far, we'll still do our pick a card. Hopefully I remember on Friday, and we'll probably do a two option pick a card and just see how that goes. Even if I have to deal the cards on camera and then after the fact go in and update the thumbnail with the two cards that we pulled for that. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into here in about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to get into our collective reading. Yeah, let me know if you guys have been feeling anything out of the ordinary or different. Time has been really weird as it's been since, from what I've noticed, probably around 2012. Time has just been this weird thing that's time be timing out there. What else? What else has been going on? Yeah, lots of weird like sensations in the body that feel like pain or like little twinges. Like it's just been like off the chain lately, especially on the left side. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that. Um, and just some weird things going on in my house with like lights. And when I tune in, it doesn't feel like spirit trying to communicate or anything. It feels more frequency based. Like there's some frequency that's being pumped, blasted. I don't know the right words for that, the right terminology. But it very much feels frequency manipulated. And I've changed like the light bulbs. I've done things. I'm like, why does it keep doing this? And it's not even just like one specific one that you think, oh, maybe that where you screw that light bulb, but maybe that one's bad or something. But no, it's like one down in my downstairs bathroom, one in my upstairs bathroom. I'm like, what is happening? And then if you guys watch Mr. MBB333 here on YouTube, YouTube. He has the I think he's calling it like the mysterious lights or the flashing light phenomenon or something like that, where he's got over 1,200 viewer submitted videos of like parking lots and like an apartment complex is like the lights are just like blinking or malfunctioning. And it's not just one random light, it's like multiple in the area, but not all of the lights in the area. So I'm wondering if that's maybe not happening here. Yeah, because it feels very frequency based. So there's something going on with frequencies. I don't know, tuning in. I haven't tuned in enough to know, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I don't know yet. I haven't tuned in enough. I don't feel like we're in any kind of immediate danger or imminent danger or anything, which is good, Yeah, the economy out there be looking kind of scary. So I'm just living my best delusional girl life of just trying to not feed that my energy, pay it my attention, and instead just focus on what I do have control over and my own little home and kids and family bubble, my husband, just focusing on that. And that feels like my priority right now is just not worrying about the greater of the collective, but just worrying and focusing on what can I improve in my day-to-day life, my personal life, my family life, my home life, my work life. Like, where do I have any sense of control? And I'm not like, oh, I need to control everything, but when you feel like what you have to pay at the gas station or what you have to pay for your property taxes or whatever, all of that just feels so much out of your control. But when you have something that you do feel at least a bit of control over, it gives you more peace, I guess, or you feel like just a slight sense of peace about it. All right. Well, I don't see anyone. It says we have 2 people here. I don't see anyone in the comments, but if you're here, say hi. I'll shout you out. We'll have a conversation. Otherwise, we are just going to get right into the collective reading. If I don't hear from anyone, we don't have any donations, we'll just send the live stream right after that. But yeah, let's just see. I know Wednesdays are kind of hit and miss just because this is not our normal scheduled time, and people that can normally make the evening show, which is our normal schedule, can't usually or sometimes can't make the daytime show either. So it's kind of a damned if we do, damned if we don't. But I'd rather still be able to do our Wednesday live stream and at least get to check in with you guys and hang out if we can, rather than have to just skip it until baseball's over, So I'm showing up. We're doing the thing. Let's go. Collective message. I just saw the time, 11:10, so it feels like a countdown. We're on a countdown to something. I just saw my musical, or I can't remember the name of it, Music Oracle deck in my mind's eye. It's over here in my closet. Let me grab that. Yeah, Music Oracle. I just saw it in my mind's eye, so I guess we're going to be using this to blow the dust off the top. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. See the dust on there. I really need to dust in here. That is for sure. Okay. Yeah, this is such a beautiful box and deck. I love this deck so much. And I would use it a lot over on, I think it was when I had the Harmony Portal Tarot channel, I got this deck. Speaking of YouTube channels, today is my 6-year YouTube anniversary for the Done Creative and my writing channel. I started both of those well, I created the channels on like March 27th, but I had my first videos go live on both platforms on May 7th of 2019. So we're 6 years into this already. And of course, both of those channels are technically RIP, rest in peace. But I don't know. It still feels like some sort of accomplishment that I've been doing the thing for 6 years. I got over my fears of being seen and, just giving from my heart. I got over those fears of what if I'm not received well, or, people make fun of me or mock me, or I showed up anyway. All right. Well, let's just see the theme because it feels like we're on a countdown to something. So let's get the theme energy or information with one of these music oracles, and then we'll get some tarot in the mix here as well. All right. Ooh, we have Keith Richards. I think he's part of the Rolling Stones, or as my mother-in-law calls them, the Rolling Bones, because they're so old now. So mean. Keith Richards smoking a cig. Yeah, there's the smiley face right there. So Rolling Stones. Be your own best impersonator. Never be accused of anything you haven't already confessed to, and laugh at your own darkness. So there's some shadow coming to the surface or coming to light. Your shadow is seeing your light, or your light is seeing your shadow. And when your shadow is seen, it's absorbed or transfigured, what's the word? Transformed. That's the word I'm looking for. Transmuted into your light. Because there actually are a lot of hidden gems, talents, gifts, all wrapped up in what we would maybe look at into the shadow and see, oh, it's like a black goo of just the things. It's not even that the shadow side of ourselves is anything bad or evil or negative. Usually it's just the parts of ourselves that we turn our back on, whether they're good or bad or whatever. But it's like the light is absorbing the shadow to alchemize it, transform it, transmute it into something usable, and be your own best impersonator. So this is about authenticity. We're on a countdown to authenticity. And right when I said that, I saw DNA being, and I don't even think upgraded is the right word, because it's basically reverting back to the original blueprint where we had a lot more access to things like regenerating, like you could grow back limbs and fingers and toes and things like that. Extra sets of teeth, which they have actually tuned in that they can see where adults have like a third set of teeth that could form if the right vibrations were present. Right as I said that, I was directed back to frequencies. I'm hearing artificial frequencies that are being blasted, the letter or the number 5 and then the letter G. Frequencies are preventing or trying to, because it's like our DNA is circumventing all the little tricks and traps and loops that they're trying to put us into, to be able to still go back to our original blueprint. So I just heard revert back. We're reverting back, but it's not like we're descending to revert back. We're actually ascending to revert back, because what we once had was way greater, way better, way stronger, way more natural than what we're operating under right now. So these next few weeks, because I'm hearing 2-week time frame, so that puts us to the 21st. Yeah, 7s are easy to count by. We're on May 7th right now. So next week would be May 14th, my dad's birthday. Hello, Dad. Happy birthday. Even though I never talked to you really. And then the 21st would be the Wednesday after that. So there is I just heard quantum leap, quantum jump that we are doing with our DNA between now and then. In 2 weeks, it feels like that's like no time at all. But sometimes it can feel like it's taking forever. But we're actually regaining parts of our authenticity, or sloughing off or peeling away false masks, false versions of ourselves over these next 2 weeks. Wow, I did not realize today's message was going to get the spiritual, but like, hey, I'm here for it. And if you just joined us, give us a shout out, say hi. This is really kind of interesting energy today, because it says we have 3 people watching, and normally someone says hi by now. 3 people, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. So there is a concerted collective effort, not collective as in the collective, but it's not just your spirit that is working to make these quote unquote upgrades, or actually going back or reverting back to the original blueprint. It's not just your spirit hard at work out here doing this. There's a whole collective of true spirits incarnated here at this time that yes, maybe we find each other as the human form and then spirit reaches spirit that way, but also beyond the veil where our spirit has more access to information, like the bigger picture of things. Like we are working together as a collective, our true spirits, who we truly are, our like most pure consciousness, working together. And your own spirit is going to be pointing something out to you that is really going to light you up. Look at the happy faces of the people, all the people, but especially the people who are seeing what he's pointing out here. And this is a musical card here. So this might even come from some sort of sound, vibration, frequency, news you're getting, something you're hearing from somebody, communication. What else is this? What else is going on here? Especially with our reverting back to original blueprint, our authenticity, all of that. Oh, wow. I just heard the best things come in threes. And I know that's not a saying, but I just heard that. Usually when bad things happen, they come in threes. But also, I just heard the best things happen in threes. So if 3 bad things can happen, also 3 good things can happen. This to me very much feels like past energy coming up to be alchemized, transmuted again, facing the shadow. It's not always easy to face that past grief that maybe we've stuffed down or thought, oh no, I dealt with this already. Oh, it's back again. Woe is me, dropping into victim mode. I mean, it's easy to do. But you having this prior awareness that this might be going on, you don't have to fall into victim mode. You can just feel whatever's coming up and not try to attach it to it. Not try to, as I always say, like give it a story, put a little hat on it, put a little bow tie on it, let it do a song and dance for you. You don't have to go that deep with it. Just feel it and let it go. Release it. Let's get a clarification or clarifier or just more information on this 3 of Swords specifically. What is this trying to point out to us? Wow, I'm hearing where we have deceived ourselves. And it's not because we incarnated and chose to deceive ourselves, but we were born into this matrix where everything was inverted, flipped inside out, upside down, inside out, and backwards. But look, we were also incarnated with that spark of the divine, true spirit that can flip it all. I'm seeing like in my mind's eye Jesus flipping the tables. In the Bible, he got very angry and flipped the tables. I don't know the whole story behind that because boy, has it been years since I've actually read anything out of the Bible. But as a high schooler and early 20-year-old, I was probably 20. I read the Bible once through in high school. Yeah, I apparently had no social life. And then again, when I was 20, I read, I think it was over an 18-month process from 19 to 20. So I remember that, but I don't remember the whole thing about it. But what I'm hearing is you have more power and you're gaining, again, because this is then over the next 2 weeks. But again, there's never any hard stop. These ripple out. Over these next 2 weeks, we're gaining more access to where we've been deceived, where we've been lied to, cheated on, stolen from, especially in regards to our true essence or trying to keep us suppressed, locked down in a box. Great clarifier on that 3 of Swords, by the way. So this is just maybe old pains, old hurts, old systems and suppression, oppression coming to the surface. And this, oh, wow. There's also going to be something coming up in the news or, the mainstream narrative over these next few weeks that is going to point out in black and white print where we have been lied to, cheated on, stolen from, taken from in so many ways that almost feel like to our very cells, like on a cellular level, we're talking. So there could be big news about the ways that these systems or maybe people operating under these systems have been oppressing, suppressing, harming humanity in some way. So lies are going to be brought to the surface over these next 2 weeks. Oh, I did not know this going into this reading, but I am here for it. I'm always here for that. All right, I'm hearing let's wrap this up. So let's see. Oh, and I'm hearing go to the Green Witch Oracle. Anything else we need to know over these next 2 weeks? Those of us watching now and on the replay, just in our little collective. Okay. Ooh, there's healing coming in. And this almost reminds me of the Grim Reaper, like in the Sims game. And it's very funny because in that game, you can actually bargain or plead. Like you can, like if one of your Sims is dying, you can have another Sim in your household that you have control over come and like plead, beg for that Sim's life. And sometimes the Grim Reaper would actually allow them to live. I don't know any of you that have played that or know what's going on with that. But that's what I'm seeing. But it's not like you're begging the Matrix, like, please let me have, enough money to pay my bills. Please let me just be happy and not have to worry about X, Y, or Z. No, this is you actually pleading with your own spirit to get out of your own way. And by you getting out of your own way, it's not even you that needs to get out of the way. It's that false self or that ego that is stepping aside or getting out of the way. All right. Let's actually go. I'm hearing Money Moves Oracle. So let's go over there. Closing arguments, closing statements. Well, this one already wants to come through. There's a surprise coming through. Unexpected turn can bring positive change. Be ready for change. And this, I'm now seeing in my mind's eye that this has something to do with this news that's coming through. Something like, okay, we've all known this probably on a subconscious level that we've been suppressed or harmed or hurt in some way. But it really is feeling like this is having to do with the human collective. Not just, yes, there can be individual surprises. If you guys have any kind of birthday, anniversary, any of that stuff coming up in the next few weeks, that can absolutely be coming through. But I'm seeing this on kind of a bit of a more grand scale. Big surprises, like very Page of Cups energy. It's not a bad surprise. It's like a good surprise. Marlene, hello. Yeah, I'm surprised too. But again, we're kind of on this weird baseball schedule. So, I never know what to expect on Wednesdays with that amended schedule. You're working, so it's hard to comment. No worries. You're good. Thanks for hanging out, though. Okay, closing statements. So pleasure with a close friend, dog close up. And then psychic ability, trust your intuition. So there may even be an instance where you and a friend, you and a loved one, you and someone close to you are really vibing. You're really feeling something, or maybe you're bringing something up, they're bringing something up, and you're both like, yeah, oh my God, I felt that. And this could literally have to do with this like news going on about the suppression of humanity, or just anything else in your kind of more spiritual or inner circles. You may be having some really deep discussions about things that you've both intuitively felt. Or this could even be a group of people. If it is a group of people, I'd see it's just a handful of people. It's not like, some 10,000 person like Facebook group or something like that. It's very close knit. All right. Well, that's going to do it for that. I'm just going to double check that we didn't have any donations come through. I don't think that we have. So this might be just a very short live stream today. I am also going to check PayPal because PayPal has not been emailing me. With how kind of low activity we've been today, we probably don't have any donations, but I don't want to leave anyone hanging if for some reason we do. You know what I mean? more than happy to do readings and hang out with you guys after I put these things away. Okay. Very fun. I love getting an excuse to pull out my musical cards here, or my music oracles. Which my pick-a cards back in the day were like a grand excuse to use any old deck I wanted. So it's always fun. It's always fun. And it's just so well done. I love the colors. If you can't tell, I actually do like this color. And I was never really drawn to this color. It's slightly different, but my husband actually bought me this. My old one was like one of those Nalgene, oh gosh, I always forget the name of them. But it was like a kind of a see-through dark purple colored water bottle. If you guys go back through my old live streams, you'll see it because I always drink in my water. But he just bought me this because he knew I needed a new one. And he just picked the color. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting color. I don't think I'd have picked it, but it's grown on me and I now love it. So very cool. Sometimes our loved ones know us better than we know ourselves. All right, so let me put these, make sure, yeah, okay. Double check PayPal. And if this is where we part ways today, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. I do plan, I've still got dirt under my nails. I've been checking, religiously checking all of my little plants inside because if you guys have been not here or haven't heard me say this, I've been buying plants, kind of like a little plant hoarder lately. I pulled back a little bit, but I probably have 34 plants, indoor house plants now, and I probably started with maybe 15. And this includes like a few little cuttings and stuff. So it's not like full-blown like huge house plants. Some of them are very teeny tiny or don't have roots yet because I'm trying to propagate them. So 34, including my little propagations. But I'm constantly checking soil because I got all the stuff that I can repot. I have, I think, close to 10, maybe more of my newer ones. And I do have 2 older ones that I've been kind of thinking now might be the time to repot, now that I have all the makings to make a more chunky soil mix rather than just like I was doing like half perlite or vermiculite and then half like regular potting mix, like indoor potting mix. But I'm actually adding like orchid bark and cutting that like indoor potting mix down to closer to maybe 15% and putting perlite, vermiculite, orchid bark. I have some worm castings and these types of things that I'm going to kind of chunk it up a bit so that it's got more well-draining soil. Because some of the plants I've recently acquired need a little bit more drainage than they currently have. They're kind of just sitting in this box store soil that they put some of this stuff in, and I'm like, we're going to be doing this soon, but I was kind of waiting for them to dry out enough that it wasn't just going to be a sloggy mess. I meant soggy, not sloggy, but hey, same difference. Okay. Apparently I can't talk and log in at the same time, so we're just going to make sure we're up to date and no one has donated. I'm not leaving anyone hanging before I go. Text me my code so I can log in. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Is my ringer okay? That's weird. I guess my ringer was off, which was weird because when I was working at my other job earlier, my ringer was on. So I don't know. Weird. Who cares? Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh, I still need to move over April's balance from PayPal over to my email or my, what it's called, bank balance, bank account. I am just easily sidetracked today, I guess. Okay, so we are current. No donations today. So last call, anyone wanting a reading, now's the time. Otherwise, we're going to end the live stream here in the next few moments. Diana, welcome. Better late than never. Yeah, we've been going a few. I did a free collective reading for everybody if you want to check that out. And I will be back here again Friday as well. And we're going to hopefully, if I remember, put it in the front of my brain, not the back seat, back burner. I'm going to try to hopefully remember to do a pick a card on the next live stream, which will be Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's when we'll start that one. Yeah, it has been a while. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, I will be back Friday. And going into I always want to say January for June for January, July, like all those J ones. In June, my kids are out the 11th and 12th of June. One is doing the 8th grade promotion, so he gets like an extra day off or gets to be out of school a day early or whatever. And the other one has to go to the 12th, I believe. But after that, and baseball, I think, goes into that week, but doesn't go past that week. So we're kind of looking till not quite mid-June. See, I always mix those up. And then we'll be able to put our Woo Woo Wednesday back to its regularly scheduled 6 p.m. Mountain time slot. So yeah, oh, and I am getting a notification, something going on my mail here. So yes, I will be back. Thanks again, you guys, so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live, and I will be back again Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for, hopefully, if I remember, a pick a card. So be here Friday if you want to be in on that. And I am wishing you a happy rest of your week. And I will see you next time. All right, you guys, much love, peace, and bye.